Now, let's look at how factor immobility leads to market failure. There are two types of factor immobility that I'm going to talk about today. Number one, geographical immobility, and number two, occupational immobility. Let's start with geographical immobility. How does geographical immobility leads to market failure? Now, the example that I always use for geographical immobility will be in the context of large countries with large land mass. Now, in large countries with large land mass, so you typically have urban cities and rural areas. Now, in urban cities, jobs are likely to be aplenty. There are different types of jobs available. Whereas in rural areas, you tend to have an excess of labor that they can't find specific jobs that they can take up. So, specific workers in the rural areas might be trying to find a job when there's actually plenty of jobs in the city area. So let's say the travel time it takes to travel from the rural village to the city area is 3 hours. So you take 3 hours to the city and 3 hours back. That's 6 hours. So it makes it for a very impossible kind of travel. So someone staying in the rural area can't exactly snap up this job opportunity in the city area. So that's where we say that there is geographical immobility, and that is how it leads to market failure, because there is now an inefficient allocation of resources. What is the inefficient allocation of resources that take place? You have a job available in the city area. You have workers available in the rural area. But these rural workers can't take up the jobs in the city area because they are not matched up geographically. Okay, so how this problem can be solved actually is very simple. You need to find a way to develop an efficient and fast transport option from the rural area to the city area, and therefore the workers can now move quickly and efficiently from the rural area to the city area on a daily basis to take up jobs. That is why countries with large land masses should always try to build high-speed rail to solve the problem of geographical immobility or factors of production. Now, let's move on to talk about occupational immobility. What is occupational immobility? Occupational immobility is when you have workers who are looking for jobs. There are specific types of labor where there is an excess number in the economy and they're looking for jobs, but they can't find a job. Why they can't find a job is because the jobs that are available in the economy, these unemployed workers do not have the skills to take up these jobs. So let me give you an example. Say in an economy, you have an excess of carpenters, but what you really need are nurses to actually take care of the ill and the sick. So what can you do? So if you have an excess of carpenters and you have nursing jobs available, what can you do? They can't just quite make use of their carpentry skills to take up these healthcare jobs. So in other words, some kind of training needs to happen before these carpenters can take up these nursing jobs. So there are jobs available in the economy and there are workers who are unemployed. Yet these unemployed workers can't fill up these jobs. So again, there is factor immobility, and in this specific case, we call it occupational immobility, which is why training is a solution to solve occupational immobility.